I just tell the truth, and telling the truth is crazy in a world full of lies. If you mix brilliance with bravery, that we can ignite something. Even this conversation alone can ignite the people.
The time is now to express and for people to believe in themselves. The time is now for it to be okay to be great. People in this world shun people for being great, for being a bright color, for standing out. But the time is now to be okay to be the greatest you.
Hey guys, what's up? It's your girl Kelly, and we are back with another video. And I just want to say thank you so much for joining me on my channel here. And if you are new here, I hope you will hit the subscribe button, guys, if you're into politics, true crime, news, culture, and all of that good commentary. We get into it here, and I would very much appreciate that. And if you are returning to this channel, thank you for being a friend as always, and welcome back, guys. Welcome home. Okay, let's get into it. And we are going to discuss some of the, just continual outrage, the continual absurdity that is the transgender activism that is going on in this country, guys. So what can we say? The inmates, they are running the asylum. It is very obvious at this point in time who is in charge of this country and who we need to bow down to, guys. So if you're not aware yet of who your masters are, well, let me help you. So we're going to get into all of that today. And it's not just them, it's also those who actually enable them. They have a sickness, most of these people, and they would not have the power that they have over our society were they not being coddled and enabled by many people in leadership roles throughout our government and just throughout our media and country that give these people the platforms that they do and empower them to act the way that they act. So without further ado, guys, let's start with the biggest clown in the asylum, the biggest goofball that we all know. And if you couldn't guess, well, we're talking about Joe Biden, guys. Let's see what he had to say. This has nothing to do with the trans, but he had a word about the ongoing President Trump indictment, and he said the quiet part out loud, guys. So let's get into it. Let's see what he had to say, Joe Biden.
He will not take power.
Oh, really?
If he does run, making sure he, under legitimate efforts of our Constitution, does not become the next president again.
Oh my God! What? Say it again.
We just have to demonstrate that he will not take power.
Oh my God!
If he does run, making sure he, under legitimate efforts of our Constitution, does not become the next president again.
Oh really? Oh really? So there you have it, guys. Joe Biden is taking the power away from the citizens. And he's going to make sure that Trump doesn't get elected ever again. As if he, with his half retard, half dementia brain, has any authority to make that decision. So I think this is quite the defamatory statement. I mean, we're talking about election denial, guys. Is Joe Biden not the biggest insurrectionist election denier you've ever seen? Lock this man up. What are we doing, guys? I mean, fascist, anyone? Like, what's happening here? What's going on? What do you guys think? So this was posted by DC Drano. I thought this was very telling. Obviously, people are not taking too kindly to this. The very first comment, what the fuck is going on? This is insane. Sloan Mom 02. Okay, girl, yeah, I feel you. They're going to say it, what they're doing to us, out loud, and they're proud of it. So let's get into one more video. If you guys had any doubts about Joe Biden's mental capacity and his faculties, guys, well, let's just watch this little video here where him and his babysitter were caught on a hot mic, and he's struggling, guys. He's having difficulties.
Yes, sir. Down the ramp. And we have people lined up on the left over here.
Oh, wow. Can he see?
Some union leaders and workers.
Hey, guys and ladies.
Hey, guys and ladies. Hey, fellow kids. I'm walking down a ramp all by myself. I know how to walk and not shit my pants. This is fucking embarrassing. Wow.
Your mark is going to be the blue one to the left.
How y'all doing?
You've got a blue mark, and that's okay.
I'll stay in my blue mark, and then I'm going to say load each one of you.
Yes, sir. I'll help you get started.
I get to give orders, but
Did you say I just take orders? I'm sorry, what? I'm going to stay on my blue mark, and then I'm going to go see how all these gals and gay ladies and just... What is happening? I would like to highlight God Save America. This comment right here. I concur. So let's hear it one more time, because I don't know if he said at the end, I just take orders. I mean, what is going on?
Out here?
Yes, sir. Down the ramp. And we have people lined up on the left over here. Some union leaders and workers.
Hey, guys and ladies.
Your mark is going to be the blue one to the left.
How y'all doing?
You've got a blue mark, and that's okay.
I'll stay in my blue mark, and then I'm going to say load each one of you.
Yes, sir. I'll help you get started.
I get to give orders, but down here?
Yes, sir.
I don't know if he
Down
said
the
I
ramp.
just give orders or I just take orders, but either way, it's obvious that he is he's a full-blown dementia patient at this point, completely addled with old age and utter stupidity. He sniffed one too many heads of hair. You know, the chemicals have gotten into his brain at this point. And it might also be the secondhand crack smoke from Hunter Biden. We're not sure. We're still doing tests on him. And his brain is actually going to be donated to science, hopefully, once he, kicks the bucket. Because we need answers. What has made someone not only change an appearance, but change their political views, and also completely be puppetized and totally controlled in their elderly age? Guys, we need to know these questions. I mean, we need to know these answers. So, stick around. We're going to get to the bottom of this. We have some leads, the chemicals in the hairs of all the women, girls, boys that he's sniffed. Hunter Biden's crack pipe is secondhand smoke is another valid culprit. And, we got some leads. So just hang on to your butts, okay? So, what do y'all think, guys? Have to stay engaged. As bad as it is, as embarrassing as this is, as... they want to humiliate us, guys, and it's working, but we have to stay in the game. So another humiliation ritual that is being perpetuated onto American people by one beloved brand, okay, guys, is surprisingly Anheuser-Busch. Okay, have y'all seen this? Okay, we all know this clown here as Dylan Mulvaney. One person who wants to be a lady, and it's just not working out for him. I mean, look at his face. Just come on, Dylan. You didn't even change it to a girl name. So apparently Bud Light and Budweiser and Anheuser-Busch, or whoever the F owns this company, thinks that this is their representation of who drinks their products, and this is who they want to promote and give sponsorships to. So let's go ahead and watch this little ad that Dylan Mulvaney put out for Bud Light, okay? Whoops.
I got some Bud Lights for us.
Jesus.
So, I kept hearing about this thing called March Madness, and I thought we were all just having a hectic month, but it...
Wow. Great job, Bud Light. You guys, y'all nailed it. Nailed it. I'm sure all the redneck beer drinking, country loving, middle America folks, and I hate that word folks, but I'm just going to use it here. All of those people, they really appreciate this from you guys. I know I didn't. So I hope you guys received my complaint via your complaint, file a complaint, message board on your website. I had some choice words for you guys, so I hope you guys received it. And, just you missed the mark. You missed it. But let's see how bad it gets, okay?
It turns out it has something to do with sports. And I'm not sure exactly which sport, but either way, it's a cause to celebrate. This month, I celebrated my day 365 of womanhood, and Bud Light sent me possibly the best gift ever, a can with my face on it. Check out my Instagram story to see how you can enjoy March Madness with Bud Light and maybe win some money too. Love ya! Cheers! Go team! Whatever team you love, I love too.
Wow.
Okay.
What?
Love ya. Okay, break a leg. Woo!
What a great sponsorship, Bud Light. You guys, y'all just, you know, you can't write this stuff. Look at the way that he comes into this frame, too. Like, look at this.
Hi. Impressive carrying skills, right?
Yeah, it's your big man hands. That's what does it, okay? And if you guys had any question as to, like, how did this happen? Well, look no further, guys. Woman L, Bud Light's new leader, Alyssa Heinerscheid, on how she'll approach the job. The first woman to lead Bud Light in the brand's 40-year history. Okay, so this answers a lot of questions, okay? Typical woman L. Yeah, so great job, ma'am. Wait to lead the brand right into failure. So people are pissed, okay? And I'm not the only one who was, you know, kind of ticked off by this and felt like Bud Light was missing their mark. You know, their target audience, I don't think is transgender twinks floating around, you know, in the woods trying to pretend to be a woman. Pretty sure that's not it, but you know, Anheuser-Busch, they're sticking by their man, okay? They said, you know, that's my man, and I'm going to stick beside him, you know? That's what they said. So they defended their decision to enlist Dylan Mulvaney, and they released a statement, guys, after a bunch of backlash. And let's see what they had to say. Let's see. Anheuser-Busch works with hundreds of influencers across our brands as one of many ways to authentically connect with audiences across various demographics and passion points. Passion points? Okay. A spokesperson for the company told Fox News, "From time to time, we produce unique commemorative cans for fans and for brand influencers, like Dylan Mulvaney. This commemorative can was a gift to celebrate a personal milestone and is not for sale to the general public." Well, you know, because you guys knew a little bit better than that. You know, you guys knew that putting out a can with that tranny's face on it wasn't going to be, you know, financially beneficial. So you didn't go that far. You just went far enough to piss most people off. And, you know, people were asking, was this an April Fool's joke? You know, they were just confused, just like I was. And I want to know what you guys' take is on this. Will you be drinking any more Budweiser, Bud Light? Michelob Ultra is also underneath this brand, Anheuser-Busch. You know, I won't be. I will not be. So I had some words for them, and I hope they got the message, guys. I really do, because you know, it was sent with love. So let's move on to the next story. And now we're going to start to get into some more disturbing footage, guys. And these are the people, you know, the word transphobe is thrown around a lot. And we used to like make fun of people calling other people like everything phobe. Like, who's scared of trans people? You know, homophobe. Who's scared of gay people? Like, no one. It seems like a weird term to use, right? But these videos might actually make you a transphobe, because this shit is scary, okay? So, a man opposing gender ideology in Canada was assaulted by violent trans activists as useless cops look on, okay? So, there were several videos that came out from this protest where Billboard Chris, who is apparently like a famous activist who just simply goes to these different events where they might be holding like you you know, trans gatherings or whatever it is that they do, conjuring up evil trans spirits. I don't know what they do. But he goes with like little billboards printed and hung around his neck saying, and I believe this one said something about like, leave children alone, you know, stop trying to indoctrinate children, something about save the kids. Very, you know, very basic take, you know, very like, I think just something we could all probably get behind, you know, like let's leave these kids alone. But if you would look at this video, you might think that this man was advocating for child genocide based on these people's reactions. So let's get into it, guys. Oh wait, 1 second. I want to go to this video actually right here. I'm gonna make it bigger.
You know what you are right now? You're that fucking moron. It's like, keep the black kids out of the pool, dude. That's exactly what you are. Do you have kids? You are so stupid. You are absolutely nuts.
Look at the physiognomy, okay? This guy right here is with the trans, okay? As if I need to tell you that, okay? And then we have this guy who is on the side of protecting the children, protecting the society, not raping the kids, not touching them, not grooming them. So, you know, you guys tell me, what do y'all see? What do y'all see in the physiognomy of these two individuals?
Nothing, buddy. You are nothing. You are the dumbest.
Tim, you need to film all this.
Okay, so he walks into this crowd of people, and you can't really see from this angle, but, you know, I'll post this article in the description so you can see the other angle. But he's just walking peacefully into this crowd of people, and immediately they have these, like, hoods on, masks on, trying to hide their identity, and immediately start to just try to get a rise out of him, attack him, shove him, you know, just doing very like beta boy, soy boy activities, and immediately start putting their hands on this grown man who is there to state his opinion, just as these soy boys are.
Oh, here we go. I'm getting painted on already. What the hell do you think you're doing?
Okay, his sign says children cannot consent to gender ideology, I believe. And then he has the definition of dad on the back of this.
Hey, what the hell are you doing?
Oh, I love it. Peaceful.
Billboard Chris getting
look at all these brave
assaulted by these inclusive people, aren't they?
Yeah, no kidding. Hey, Pierre, come on over here. Pink's my favorite color. Thank you for that. There we go. Here, come on over.
Look at the way they're doing.
Oh, am I bleeding already?
Are you? Yeah, you got a scratch.
Yeah, I got a little scratch. That's a good start. All right.
All right, so
let's get some law and order here.
Getting surrounded here.
You're doing such a thing to the trans kid. You don't seem to understand that, right? Yeah, you are. You the one we're advocating child mutilation.
Business.
No, I got 4 kids. It's all of my business.
It's none of your business.
No, I got 4 kids.
Probably trans.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
Are you serious? One of them's probably trans. Well, if you had anything to do with it, they'd probably all be trans. I just want to know what is wrong with these people. Truly. Like, look at the way that they're standing around, looking like deranged zombies. They look like they have been possessed by demons, and they have crossed over to the other side. You know, you have these two gentlemen here who are standing against this whole crowd of people, like two chatty daddies, you know, if you will. Very masculine energy here, and then you have all of these people hiding their face, you know, with the umbrellas or with the coats, and like this dude's smiling. He thinks he said something funny. It's like, who are you people, and where did you come from, and where do you get off? You know, the mental illness is what does it for me. It's giving these people are deranged, and it's just getting to such a, you know, like a boiling point that it is starting to get scary, honestly, because I don't understand what these people have going on in their heads. They're obviously disturbed, obviously, and I truly think it is like a spiritual possession at this point, because how else do you explain these things?
Yeah.
You know, there is no such a thing as
Look over there. No, that's the 90s.
Look at the physiognomy.
You can just go now.
Just look at it.
Where?
So that escalated quickly.
This guy's
I'm going to
with
stay
them.
here and keep an eye on things,
Obviously,
guys.
he looks like another Chad. Dad, a human male who protects his kids from gender ideology. Love that for you, Dad. So let's go on to the next video. So he was first assaulted there, and then he was attempted to draw attention to his assault. Again, this is a different angle of the second time this man was assaulted. Same event, and this one has some like horrible language in it. So I'm going to probably mute it like halfway through, because all it is like these disgusting trannies just spewing utter garbage.
Why do you think they're getting that kind of representation? I mean, it's clearly was aggressive, violent assault.
You suck. You suck. Fuck you. Fuck you. You're not wanted. Fuck you. You're a fucking idiot. You're.
What the fuck? Why, sir, would you drag your balls over here with that all that bass in your voice, okay, and try to come and derail this man who obviously has conviction and is not going to be deterred by your you know, very manly voice, okay? You can try all you want to put on a blonde wig, put on some lipstick, but it's not giving what it's supposed to have gave. Okay, so she goes in and literally, so we're 14 seconds in. This video is 1:19. So for the next minute, full minute, she just screams in this man's face over and over again the F word. So, like I said, I'm going to mute it eventually because it gets to the point where it's like just demonic. So, but I'm going to let it play for a little bit.
I don't know what to say. I guess these police officers are mostly indoctrinated as well. They're afraid of the mob. I think they're afraid that if they do anything to actually keep law and order, that they'll end up being on the end of this verbal abuse. So it's just cowardice from everybody all around.
Oh my god. And he's trying to keep her, like him, she, him, shim, off of his body, because these people are getting into his personal space, just acting like deranged lunatics. And look at her. Look at this bitch over here. Look at you. You sloppy little pig. I'm surprised you're not rolling around in the mud back there, okay? Smiling at what's going on here instead of doing your damn job.
Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you!
Oh my god! Look at her, still smiling, still laughing. What a stupid bitch.
Oh my dog.
Oh no, absolutely not. Look at her. Useless. Utterly freaking useless. So, somebody in one of the comments I saw was like, well, at least they decided to handle it like men, because, you know, they do have a point. You know, it's two men, you know, hashing out their differences in, you know, a fisticuffs situation. So, in that regard, you know, we can respect it a little bit, but at the same time, no, I don't. Because he had no right to get into this billboard Chris's face like this. It's totally inappropriate, totally uncalled for, and totally evil, and just, I don't know, it's scary. It really is. I mean, imagine just going and trying to, you know, make your voice heard. All of these people are allowed to be heard. All of these people are allowed to demonstrate and to, you know, shout as loud as they can about how they're all being attacked, murdered, genocided. But yet here they are doing the attacking. Here they are, you know, being very violent with people who are simply standing there, existing. I don't know, guys. It just seems to me like it's a little bit of projection happening, okay? So let's go to some of the still shots from this attack, because this little piglet, again, like I said, you know, we need to get this person identified, because look at this stupid little girl smiling the whole time this man is getting attacked, okay? And you can clearly see who is the aggressor, okay? He couldn't put down his purse long enough to try to choke this man out while this little bitch stands around with her hands up her ass, not doing a damn thing. Laughing, smiling, being useless, okay? So this is what we're facing, guys. So maybe transphobe, you know, maybe it's the right word, because it is terrifying. It actually is very scary what's going on. So, of course, the cops did nothing.
Did you just say he came here to incite violence by forcing his opinion on people?
Yeah. Yes.
You think he came here to incite violence because they got offended by his sign?
When you
What
talk
is
to
wrong
someone
with you?
and scream at someone and
He
put
didn't
your
scream.
Ma'am, are you okay? Because are you high right now? What did you just see? You saw him? The man with the billboards screaming in people's face? Because I don't think we watched the same video. I don't think we are looking at it through the same, you know, through the same, like, lens of the world, of reality. You are in an alternate universe.
At all.
Yes,
he
he
didn't.
did.
They put their face in his
a
face.
stupid
What is
bitch.
wrong with you?
Okay.
So you're saying the guy who hit him?
How on earth did you become a police officer?
Literally.
She's literally
What?
sitting here saying that Billboard Chris is inciting violence by standing there with his sign. Is that really your position?
Okay, sir. We're done with this conversation.
Yeah,
You know
I
what?
thought
You need to be
so.
done with being a
I
police
thought
officer.
so. This is absolutely unbecoming of the Vancouver Police Department.
Unbecoming shout out.
Disgusting.
Hey. Go roll around in the mud, you dirty little pig. And typical, another, you know, this is another woman L moment, okay? This is why, guys, I advocate no women cops on the force. All they do is sit around, giggle, and fuck their fellow police officers, okay? It's a distraction. She is a liability, okay? I think he should sue. Absolutely. I believe in that lawsuit. I would support it. And I want to know what you guys think about all of that, you know, behavior from those people who are apparently supposed to be the tolerant left, guys. I mean, what's going on? What's going on? A little role reversal? Like, what are, I mean, are we crazy? Are we the violent ones? I don't know. It seems to me like protecting your kids equates to violence these days, according to these people. So let's get into this other video that I'm going to show y'all. This was from the Transgender Day of Vengeance. Okay, this was in LA. So if you guys don't remember or know what this is all about, there was the school shooting that happened in Nashville. That a transgender person, this girl, walked into or shot her way into an elementary school and took out her frustrations on being an absolute failure in life and a transgender loser who was 28 years old and still living at her parents' house. And she wanted to take it out on a bunch of Christian children and a few adults, which is what she did. And despite that happening, if you won't believe it, and if you haven't been paying attention to the news, there seemed to have been some sort of weird groundswelling of support for the school shooter. And it seems to me that this would be the first instance of a school shooting where the media and the public, some of the public, you know, obviously the retards, you know, were actually having sympathy for the school shooter and trying to empathize with her situation. So after that happened, there was, you know, this Transgender Day of Vengeance already planned, but everyone thought that they were going to just kind of do away with that, you know, protest or just kind of scrap that because we had a tragic event happen in our country. But no, that's not what they did. Instead, this is what they went out and did after one of their own, who they claim they are being, guys, just a reminder, they claim they are being harassed. They claim they are being attacked, and that people like right-wing conservatives, Christians are a threat to their livelihoods. This is what they went out and did in LA after the school shooting. I mean, I would just have to, like, my foot would just have to slip onto the gas pedal. I don't know. It would be a total accident. I would feel horrible. But, I have slippery shoes on sometimes, and it happens. Because I'll be damned if I'm going to sit here and let these people do this. Look at this fatty. Look at this. You like that? Oh no, oh no. You'd have to like my my handgun at that point, because absolutely not.
Make sure you get it. Make sure you remember trans lives matter. You want to talk?
Yeah, my foot would have to slip. You have to. Because there's really only like 3 or 4 people in front of your car at that point, so just be like a little, just be just like a little whatever. I mean, you're not gonna hurt. It's just it's an accident. I don't know. I disavow all violence, but this is violence, right? Am I misunderstanding what's going on here? Because it seems like these people are being extremely disruptive and violent towards their fellow citizens. Well, what do you guys think? Let's see. Here's another group of disturbed, demonic trans people in the Texas legislature, okay? And what was going on in Texas was, look at this bitch. Look at this lady here. Typical middle-aged liberal Karen, okay? Radical trans activists occupied the Texas state capitol on March 27th, the same day as the mass shooting in Nashville by a transgender militant. The protesters oppose a bill restricting the medical transitioning of minors. So, great cause, guys. You are up here looking this way, ma'am. You're on tape. Be filmed in this shirt with this face. For what cause? Because you want to be able to mutilate children. Okay. And look who you're here with. Just look around you, okay? You might want to, if you find yourself at one of these events, do a little quick, like scan around the room. And if you find yourself surrounded by people like this, you might want to, at that point, rethink your stance and your whole life, okay?
Protect trans kids! Protect trans kids!
Protect trans kids by chopping their dicks off, okay, guys?
Protect trans kids! Protect trans kids! Protect trans kids! Protect trans kids! Protect trans kids!
Possessed, like, literally, I mean, do we even need a jury? Do we need a trial? I deem you possessed, ma'am. In the name of Christ, I hope Jesus can enter your body and you get the exorcism that you deserve, because you are scary.
Protect trans kids! Protect trans kids! Protect trans kids! Protect trans kids! Protect trans kids!
Oh my God, get your fat nugget finger out of my face.
Protect trans kids!
Look at that was a lady, guys. That was a lady with a beard. Look at this bearded lady.
Kids! Protect trans kids! Protect trans kids! Protect trans kids! Protect trans kids!
Just like, what the? Y'all, somebody please help me out in the comments. Guys, what? This is honestly, I'm officially a transphobe because I'm scared, and I don't mean that I'm a transphobe in the word that like I want to see harm done to these people, because I don't. I disavow any and all harm, violence, and hate, towards anybody. I'm a Christian, and I love all people, and I want all people to find salvation. But this is scary. So I am phobic of these trans militants. That's what I will say. I mean, because what what is going on? What are y'all doing? Laid out like some Jim Jones cult victims, you know, drinking the damn Kool-Aid at the Texas Capitol. Oh my God.
Protect trans kids! Protect trans kids! Protect trans kids! Protect trans kids!
Oh my God.
Protect trans kids! Protect trans kids!
Absolutely not. Okay, it's a lot here. It's a lot on a person's soul, okay? What do y'all think about all of these people and what we are actually up against? You know, it's a lot worse than anyone ever thought. And it really goes to show you the state of our country when we have a school shooting which took the lives of 3 innocent children and then also 3 other adults by a trans person. And instead of all coming together and decrying it and saying how horrible that situation is and how we disavow it at any and all costs, we have people going even harder for trans people and to give that school shooter, that mass murderer, a voice and to correctly gender that person. I'm sorry, incorrectly gender that person, because she's a girl. And people are going out of their way to use he, him pronouns post-mortem with this freak, this school shooter. What? I mean, just when did the devil begin possessing America as a whole? Because I must have missed it, and I really am starting to think, guys, that I missed the rapture. I don't know. Is this hell? Am I in hell on earth? Because I don't know what this is. I don't identify with it at all, and it doesn't look familiar, and I just, it's very terrifying, guys. And these people are militant, they are loud, they are forceful, and they're violent. So just want to let you guys know, you know, if you oppose this sort of thing, now is the time to start speaking up. Now is the time to not, you know, quelch your thoughts about these sorts of things, because it's only going to get worse from here, and this is going to be a battle that is going to have to be won. And I think that easily we can do it. But if people continue to just cuck themselves to this ideology and just try to take the approach of, well, let people do what they want to do and live and let live. No, absolutely no, no, no. Because this is a disease and it will spread to your kids and it will get to somebody that you love and it will harm them. So if you are against this, now is the time to start getting more involved in opposition of this ideology, because you see these type of people that we are going to be facing. Okay, so I want to play one more for you guys. Okay, this was from, and I'm sorry to even expose you guys to this, this was from Joy Reid's show on MSNBC. This tranny just decided, as if we needed another kick in the face, kick in the teeth, you know, he decided he wanted to come up here and do blasphemy. Okay, so let's see what he had to say for himself. Okay, and this is after, again, this is all after the Nashville transgender school shooter went and did his violence, her violence, whatever. Look at me. I'm thinking, you know, all these, they want to confuse you. After she went in there and did what she did, this is the reaction. All the videos that I've shown you are subsequent to the reaction to the Nashville tranny, okay? And this is one more. So let's get into this last one, and then we'll move on to the last couple videos.
As founding director of the Center on Faith and Justice at Georgetown University.
Good God.
And Charlotte Clymer, transgender activist and former press secretary for the Human Rights Campaign. Thank you both for being here. It's great to be with you. I'm going to start with you, Charlotte. You know, there are statistics that show that
you guys, look at you, are trying to use fake statistics to try to scare people more and to try to cuck people more into letting, you know, transsexuals have their delusions and force them upon the rest of us. We don't go for it, Joy.
doubled. 73% have been killed with a gun. And yet we're now seeing the moral panic over trans folks shifted onto this Nashville massacre.
That's right. It seems that Republican Party, as usual, just can't seem to do basic math.
Oh my
Since
God.
January 1st, 2016, there have been 3,500.
Coming from a man who can't seem to understand basic biology.
180 mass shootings in the United States based on the Gun Violence Archive. Less than 5 of those have been trans. So we're saying that 99.7% at least of the mass shooters have not been transgender. So if we're going to ban someone, maybe we should ban people who are not transgender from owning weapons, if that's the logic.
Absolutely not.
But I don't think that's what they're trying to say, is it? They're not trying to fix the problem. They're trying to weaponize it and exploit these senseless deaths. 3 9-year-olds who were brutally murdered just for their own bottom line in the ballot box. It's disgusting.
No. They weren't murdered for anybody's bottom line, but that disgusting piece of shit woman who wanted to make her agenda be known and wanted to do harm based on whatever, fear has been put into her heart based on all of the media propaganda and people like you coming up here and spewing these fake statistics to try to scare transgender people who are already mentally ill into doing more violence. And it's sick. It's sick what these people are doing. I mean, I just don't understand how this is like mainstream. It's so in our face now, to the point where we have the president, the former vice president Joe Biden, instead of standing up for those Christian babies, those 9-year-old kids that were murdered in their school where they were supposed to be safe, is advocating for the tranny who went in there and murdered them.
It's hypocritical. And by the way, as a Christian, I find it offensive. They would leverage Christ's teachings.
I'm sorry, as a what now? As a what?
It's hypocritical. And by the way, as a Christian, I find it offensive.
Really?
They would leverage Christ's teachings in such a heinous way against innocent people.
Jim Walton, I'm so glad that you were available to talk today, because there is this...
Disgusting. Absolutely fucking disgusting. And look at this freak. He's touched a kid or two in his day.
Thing that's happening where it's kind of hard to avoid the sort of Christian element to it. There is a moral panic over LGBTQ folks in general, but trans folks in particular. Do you have any idea where that is coming from?
LGBTQ are a new...
I want to get to what this man had to say, because he did a little bit more blaspheme that I just wanted to show you guys, even though it's going to enrage me some more. I don't want to hear this old white man. I just have it, I feel it in my spirit that he has, I don't know, he's had a few long conversations with some altar boys, if you guys know what I mean, allegedly. And I'm sorry to even make that joke. It's in bad taste, but, he disgusts me. So let's see what this man had to say. And
disentangle people's sort of not understanding of trans folks, right? I think the T is the toughest one in the alphabet soup, right?
Yeah,
in the LGBTQ.
The most
T gets right, because people don't have an understanding. People, even if they're not mean or not angry, don't have an understanding. Is there a way to sort of disentangle people's lack of understanding from this? This moral panic is now getting drag shows banned, even though that isn't trans.
No, and I think...
Look at Joy Reid. Look at her. Just about to come across the table to suck this man's wiener.
Children are only unsafe at drag shows when a shooter shows up to kill them.
That's right.
Really?
That's where the threat is. I would challenge anyone just to get to know trans people.
No,
We are a vibrant, diverse community, as diverse as anyone else. I'm from the great state of Texas. I served in the military. I go to church every...
Texas? Listen. What's going on over there, Texas? We've been hearing a lot from you guys lately. Y'all need to get it under wraps. Get it under control.
Sunday, my faith is very important to me. But God made me in her image. God made me...
Okay. And there it is, guys. God made me in her image. This is sick. This is like disgusting. These people who use Christianity, and I feel like this is on purpose. This is the devil, obviously, and it is absolutely, done with a malicious intent to try to make a mockery out of Christianity, because they know that Christianity is built on kindness and it is built on acceptance, and they use that and they try to usurp it and turn it around and basically say, well, if you're not accepting this tranny here, then you're not a real Christian. You know what? No, not when you don't actually have genuine belief in your heart, and when you actually are just using, Christianity and Jesus' teachings, you're done, bitch. You're a disgusting abomination made in her image. Okay, you know, I'm not gonna move on because it's just too much for me, guys. So this will be the last couple videos we're going to get into. These are just a little collection of funsies, you know, just little fun keck moments. And then we'll jump on out of here, guys. So let's just rapid fire these. These are good stuff, okay? This is a man, black man on the street, interviewing these 4 retards here. Let's see what the conversation... let's see what kind of a deep understanding we can get from this.
It's something that just says
even if it was
Black Lives Matter.
Thank you.
Oh God.
I'm the only one that's black in this conversation.
Doesn't mean we can't agree that Black
I'm
Lives
sorry,
Matter.
you had a gentleman over here that said White Lives Matter.
Yeah.
Over there.
Oh my God. He said what? He said white lives matter? Oh, I'm shaking in my boots. Can't believe you said that.
And he was
White
standing over here.
your life matters. You're white.
Not in the same way.
At
but
this current point,
Not
we're
in the
standing
same way, she said. Not in the same way. And she, you know, I'm glad you could come on here, ma'am, and white-splain and woman-splain to this black man how your life doesn't mean as much as his. How utterly superior are you that you have this knowledge that all the rest of us don't seem to have?
For people who
Stand up for me. Why are you guys bullying me over there?
We're not bullying you.
I'm the only black guy here. Oh,
We're not,
he's
it's not
black.
a racial thing. We're not bullying
You guys are saying Black Lives Matter. I'm the black guy.
What I'm trying to say is
your life does matter.
So
It's
does
the fact
yours.
That, yes, we all of us matter.
All lives, okay, well, good. I'm glad we can come to an understanding that all lives matter, but not to this little girl here. I just want to show you guys this part. She said, you know, but my life doesn't matter as much as yours. Black man, listen to me. Let me coddle you. Let me tell you how much of a victim you are. Just shut up and listen.
I'm the only one that's black in this conversation.
Doesn't mean we can't agree that Black Lives
I'm sorry, you
Matter.
had a gentleman over here that said White Lives Matter.
Yeah.
Over there. And he was
White
standing over here.
your life matters. You're white.
Not in the same way.
At
but
this current point.
Not in the same way, you know? Ma'am, you should just, I don't know what you need to do with your life then, because Jesus H. Christ. I mean, you really fixed your mouth to explain to this black man, you know, we're trying to help you. You're a helpless little victim, and, you know, I know my life matters, but in this moment, we're talking about you and your poor life, your poor victim life. It's just unbelievable is the right caption here, because it's truly amazing to see these people just absolutely destroy themselves in every sense of the word. In every sense of the word, and I love to see the normal-based men out there finally getting a grip on some of these things and owning these retards out here who just repeat talking points like the cheap little, you know, propagandized, completely mind-controlled individuals that they are. So let's now get into Libs of TikTok. Did a great video, A+ on this video, where she actually went to the Capitol to confront AOC, and let's just see how that went, because it was quite amusing. I enjoyed it. She's been doing some great work recently. She's been getting out there. You know, she was at first not showing her face, but now, you know, she's getting in the mix, guys. So let's see her.
I am here outside the Cannon building. I was here last week because I attempted to ask AOC why she lied about me in a committee hearing. She cowered away. She refused to talk to me. So I'm back here today, 1 week later, and I'm going to deliver her an ethics complaint that I filed for lying about an American citizen in a committee hearing.
So AOC, she broke the rules. Believe it or not, there's actually rules on Capitol Hill. And 23 Clause 1 is the big one. You got to act in a way that reflects credibility on the House. And lying about, you know, a U.S. citizen certainly doesn't do that. So we're filing this ethics complaint.
Let's go inside and see if she's there.
How are you doing? We're just dropping off some mail for the conversation.
Hi. So basically a few weeks ago, AOC lied about me in a committee hearing. So I tried to come last week and talk to her, but she kind of cowered away, wasn't interested in talking to me. So together with Mike from the Heritage Foundation Oversight, He helped me file this ethics complaint,
Dear
so we filed
headlights right
that. And if you can give it to AOC, I would really appreciate it.
It's going right in the
and
trash.
tell her to stop lying about American citizens. Okay.
Thank you.
I just dropped off an ethics complaint at AOC's office, and unfortunately she wasn't there. So we left, and then I was walking through the Capitol, and guess who I bumped into? AOC herself. I just delivered an ethics complaint to your office because you lied about me in a committee hearing.
Yeah, no,
so
actually,
I never
you're
inspired a bump for
No, you're actually super transphobic, and I never want to.
Oh my god, this is good. This is good. This is the kind of stuff I like to see. AOC is such a little stupid woman, you know, just I don't even know. Like, I used to have a lot more animosity towards her. Now I just think she's a big fat joke. But it's still great to see this. You know what? I just know that you're super transphobic, and I don't want to share space with you. So I'm just gonna leave you, meanie face, and yeah, I owned, bitch. Okay, AOC, great job. You're doing great.
Thank you.
You're doing great, sweetie. Very good stuff by Libs of TikTok. It's beautiful to see. Okay, we love to see it. So the last thing I want to show you guys is we're going to look at one more woman L here, and it's a good one. So this lady here, okay, she had an interaction in the parking lot, guys, and let's see what her beef was, okay? Because apparently something real bad happened, okay? She was triggered. Let's see what it was.
I'm literally shaking.
She's literally
so this
shaking.
guy, I am alone with my son, by myself,
Oh my God.
a woman,
No.
and
She's an alone woman by herself with her son in broad daylight. Let's see what's gonna happen.
male approached me in a parking lot.
A
He's
male?
excuse me, miss, and I don't know why in the hell he was approaching me
Oh my
or
God.
what he was trying to do. And before he was probably
not a human being approaching her in a parking lot. I'm intrigued.
30 feet from me when he said
30 feet?
Excuse me, ma'am. And I turned around and I
God.
literally yelled at him and I said, do not approach me.
Oh my God.
No male should ever approach a woman in a parking lot.
Thank you
Ever.
for telling me that. Thank you. Let him have it, sis.
Just had a man approach me in a parking lot.
Oh my God. How dare
And
him.
it went fine. And I'm going to tell you why it went fine and
went
how to address
fine.
it because it was in a book I read and this is how you're supposed to address it, but it scared me.
thank
I'm literally shaking.
Oh my God.
So this guy, I am alone with my son, by myself, a woman, and a male approached me in a parking lot. He's excuse me, miss, and I don't know why in the hell he was approaching me or what he was trying to do.
Oh
and
my God.
before he was probably 30 feet from me when he said, excuse me,
Don't
ma'am.
say.
And I turned around and I literally yelled at him and I said, do not approach me. And he immediately started going in the other direction. And I just,
Yeah, I would have gone in the other direction too. He was probably trying to tell you that you dropped your prescription for Zoloft in the store, and you probably are going to need that to be refilled soon because, from the looks of it, you're on the verge of a nervous breakdown. But because you can't seem to get your emotions under control or have a normal human interaction, now you're going to have to miss out on the prescription, ma'am. Good job. Way to go.
I just kept saying it over and over and over. I said,
God, how did
do
you find the
not
strength?
approach me. Do not approach me.
What?
And he,
A
of course,
bold,
got
beautiful woman.
what the F did it? He started cussing and yelling, what's
Yeah.
your problem? And I looked at him and he actually then crossed a couple cars down from my car.
Oh my God.
He didn't come anywhere near me. He
No.
crossed a couple cars down from my car and was like, continuing to cuss and say, what's your problem? And I say, you do not approach women in a parking lot. I just kept saying, do not approach me. You do not approach women in a parking lot. Yelling it. No male should ever approach a woman in a parking lot.
Not one male should ever approach a woman in a parking lot, guys. Do y'all hear that? I don't care if we are dying. Do not approach us, okay? Give me 50 feet. 30 feet's not enough. Give me 50. How dare you?
Lot ever. No male should ever approach a woman in a parking
Not
lot.
even once.
And if a male does approach you, you need to turn around and use the strongest voice that you can possibly use with them. Don't be polite. They need to literally scream.
Also known as the shrillest, most annoying, and feeblest voice that makes you look like the utter psychopath that you are. So that's the advice from this here woman. Okay, guys, what do y'all think? Are y'all going to take the advice? She read it in a book, so that's how you know it's true. Okay, so listen up, dummies. She knows what she's talking about, okay? This woman here, she knows, okay? So I would love to know what you guys think, though. In the comments down below, please let me know, what do y'all think about these, these psychos, okay? We're living in a world of psychopaths, guys. So if you're still here with me at the end, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button, guys. I do have a Twitter. I gave up on my old one, so follow me on Twitter, guys. Subscribe to the channel. Like the video if you like it. Please leave me a comment also. That would be amazing. I would appreciate anything. And until next time, guys, y'all stay safe, because these people are dangerous, okay? So keep your head on a swivel. And if you're a woman in a parking lot, just yell at the next man you see, okay? That gets within a 30-foot radius of you. Just yell at him, okay? Because that's what the books tell us. So until next time, guys, I'll see y'all later. Bye.
I just tell the truth, and telling the truth is crazy in a world full of lies. If you mix brilliance with bravery, that we can ignite something. Even this conversation alone can ignite the people.
The time is now to express and for people to believe in themselves. The time is now for it to be okay to be great. People in this world shun people for being great, for being a bright color, for standing out. But the time is now to be okay to be the greatest you.